Frank Zacharias Robin Goldsmith, Baron Goldsmith of Richmond Park PC, is a British politician and journalist who serves as Minister of State for Pacific and the Environment. He was Member of Parliament for Richmond Park from 2010 to 2016 and 2017 to 2019. A member of the Conservative Party, he was its candidate at the 2016 London mayoral election, which he lost to Sadiq Khan of the Labour Party. Ideologically characterized as having liberal and libertarian views, Goldsmith is known for his support for environmentalism, localism and Brexit. Born in London to a notable family, the son of billionaire businessman and financier Sir James Goldsmith, he was educated at Eton College and the Cambridge Centre for Sixth Form Studies. In 1998, his uncle Edward Goldsmith made him editor of The Ecologist, a position he retained until 2007. Goldsmith was appointed deputy chairman of the Conservative Quality of Life Policy Group in 2005, co-authoring its report published in 2007. Goldsmith was placed on the Conservative A list of potential candidates in 2006 and, in March 2007, was selected through an open primary to contest the constituency of Richmond Park against incumbent Liberal Democrat MP Susan Kramer. At the 2010 general election, he was elected to Parliament, winning the seat with a majority of 4,091 votes. At the 2015 general election, Goldsmith was returned to the Commons with a majority of 23,015, an increase of almost 19,000 votes since 2010. Against his nearest opponent, he was chosen as the Conservative candidate for the 2016 election for Mayor of London, which he subsequently lost to Labour candidate Sadiq Khan. Goldsmith announced his resignation as an MP following the government's decision in October 2016 to approve construction of a third runway at Heathrow Airport. His resignation triggered a by-election in the Richmond Park constituency in which Goldsmith stood as an independent candidate. He was defeated by Sarah Olney of the Liberal Democrats with a majority of 1,872 votes. After Theresa May called the 2017 general election, Goldsmith was re-selected as the Conservative Party candidate for Richmond Park and won with a narrow majority of 45 votes. Goldsmith was made Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for Environment and International Development on the 27th of July 2019 and was promoted to Minister of State with the right to attend Cabinet. On the 10th of September 2019, he was defeated at the 2019 general election, again by Sarah Olney, with a majority of 7,766 votes. After the election, Boris Johnson awarded Goldsmith with a life peerage, making him a member of the House of Lords and allowing him to retain his ministerial position. On the 13th of February 2020, he acquired the additional role of Minister of State for Foreign Affairs with responsibility for the Pacific. Born on the 20th of January 1975 at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital in Chelsea, London, Goldsmith is the middle child of Sir James Goldsmith, a member of the Goldsmith family of German Jewish and French descent, and his third wife, the Anglo-Irish aristocrat, Lady Annabel Wayne Tempest Stewart. Goldsmith was brought up at Omley Lodge in Hum with his siblings, Jemima and Ben. He has 5 paternal half-siblings, and is also half-brother to Robin and India Jane Burley, his mother's children from her first marriage. Goldsmith has stated, "I was brought up by my father to identify very strongly as Jewish." As a child, Goldsmith was an avid reader of naturalist Gerald Durrell's works and developed a committed passion for David Attenborough's wildlife programs. He later recalled, "He was my hero, and it was his work that made me fall in love with the natural world." His ecological interests were nurtured further when his father gave him a copy of Helena Norberg Hodge's book Ancient Futures, with a note saying, "This will change your life." Goldsmith's family has a long history in politics. His grandfathers were both Conservative members of Parliament. His paternal grandfather Frank Goldsmith was a Conservative MP, while his mother's father Viscount Castlereagh represented County Down as a Unionist MP in the British House of Commons. His maternal great-grandfather, the 7th Lord Londonderry, was an Ulster Unionist politician. Another maternal ancestor was Viscount Castlereagh, Chief Secretary for Ireland and British Foreign Secretary. Before 2005, Goldsmith supported and helped with the campaigns of Michael Gove MP and Joanne Cash. Goldsmith was educated at 4 independent schools: King's House School in Richmond and the Mall School in Twickenham, followed by Hawtrey School, near Great Bedwin in Wiltshire, and Eton College in Berkshire. He was expelled from Eton after drugs were found in his room. Goldsmith later said of the event, "Cannabis was found in my room. I was guilty throughout my time at school. But on this one occasion I was innocent. But it seemed pointless at the time to put up any resistance. I learned my lesson, I think you could say." He went on to achieve